to go back, where we started marketing was when I first started business. I can remember being in a mouth battle with one of the GCs that we were working for, and basically what the conversation was about was getting charged back, losing money, stuff like this. And I remember, I was so early and so far along, like so early in my journey. I was probably only a year into it, if not, the first year, a couple months into it. I was like, no, we don't lose. Like, no, like there is no margin for error. There is, that's the type of environment I had worked in for years. Like, being in medical device, being in pharmaceuticals. Like, if you fuck up, you kill somebody. So I'm in this battle with him, and he's like, if you think you're not going to fail, and you think everything's going to be peachy, and you think you're not going to lose money, you're dead goddamn wrong. And I'm like, I'm fucking telling you that I'm something different, and thinking that I was, and because of my background, that everything's going to be great. Now, I will tell you this, like, yes, we have had some failures. Not everything is like the fucking greatest. We've had some failures. And I would tell you this, failures are okay as long as you learn from them. You know what I mean? If you don't learn from it, you keep failing, you're just a fucking idiot. You shouldn't be doing it to start with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're gonna get what you get.
Yeah.
But when you do get knocked down, you get the fuck back up, you brush yourself off, and you keep moving forward. You get back on the goddamn horse that just bucked you off. You just don't give up. Like how we got into marketing and how we got into advertising and stuff like that, I learned the hard way. So what had happened is we had done a job. We should have never fucking did it. I should have walked away from this job to start with, but my ego got involved. I was trying to help out family member, the whole 9 yards.
I guess.
So we do this job, and basically when it comes down to getting paid for it, we don't get paid, and there's $33,000 loss. 3-3. It damn near took us out, but I didn't let it. By the grace of the universe, God, whatever the fuck you want to call it, like, we got through it. You know what I mean? So I remember I was in conversations with a lawyer, and the lawyer was like, I was like, we're gonna sue this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's, I don't care if it's family or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I hire a lawyer, and I shell out the first X thousands of dollars. And then the lawyer talks and says, blah, 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 we can do X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. Anyway, I'm coming back we had a job outside of Philadelphia, and I'm coming back to Turnpike, and I'm on the phone with my business coach. Sidebar, some of the best money I ever spent was a business coach, so,
okay.
Sidebar, like, yeah. So I'm talking to him, and I'm like, when am I gonna be over this? Like, when is this going to end? And he says, Brian, it ends when you say it ends. And I'm like, okay. And I got more mad because I'm like, motherfucker, I said it ended. Fuck, you know what I mean? Like, when's it gonna end? When am I going to stop feeling this? When am I going to stop living in this? And basically, at that point in time in this conversation, like it's in your internal story, it's in your internal bullshit that you talk to yourself every day, the voice in your head and all that, like, it's in there. Like, you guys got to, at some point in time, you got to let it go.
Yeah.
I could spend the next 6 months chasing after these assholes, spend a bunch of money with a lawyer, and not get anything out.
Yeah.
Invest more money into that project that I'm never going to get back out of it. You know what I mean? And I was like, what the fuck do I do? And I was on the teetering of advertising and stuff like that, and I made that decision that day. Basically, the lawyer wanted another $2,000 to send a fucking letter. And I'm like, I am not investing another $2,000 into this this project. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. Fuck you.
Right.
And I was like, at that time, I was like, I am going to invest that $2,000 into advertising, and I'm going to start building out the HVAC division. The HVAC, and why the HVAC division? The HVAC division makes the fastest money, meaning it's not a construction project that gets 30 days, 60 days, 6 months.
Yes.
It's not that. Basically, it's a 1-day project, 2 days at the most, where we go in and we sell a system and we can turn that project around. So I can invoice that project faster. You know what I mean? We can get down payment money to buy the equipment, and then we do the job and we get the remaining other money. So if I could build the HVAC division, I could turn around and start making that money back. Because now, instead of having it be a $33,000 loss, in my head, I turned it into, I'm gonna make that a fucking $33 million fucking division. And so I flipped it. I flipped it. I was like, fuck you. And the biggest fuck you I could ever put is, I'll have fucking trucks riding down the road with fucking Yorktowne on the side of them, going by his house and shooting him the fucking finger every day. That's how I dealt with it. Like, I will build something that's fucking awesome. I will take this goddamn negative and take this thing that almost took us out of business, and I will fucking take that and I will fucking build high-paying jobs. I will build fucking tax base in your fucking county. I will fucking build, and you can fuck off when we see it. You know what I mean? We're gonna build jobs. We're gonna send kids to school. We're gonna fucking send kids to college. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? Like, that's where your nasty fucking bullshit, like, it's going to be turned around and turned into a positive. And that's the path that we're on. So I was like, okay, so how do I do that? And I was like, well, I always wanted to get in the advertising game, but I didn't know how. So I'm scrolling through fucking Facebook one day, and I see unlimited HVAC ads for X amount of dollars. I think it was $750 a month. And I was like, huh. Clicked it, and sent me to a form. Click yes, and like set up an appointment for a phone call. This was on a Saturday night, some shit like that. Set up an appointment for a phone call and got it for as early as I can get it on Monday. And I was like, I'm gonna take this $2,000 and I'm gonna invest it in advertising. And if it fucking goes up in smoke, it goes up in smoke, and then I'll figure out something else. But I'm not investing this back into this fucking project. I'm not taking that money and putting it back in. So this company calls me and they give me all this shit. Had no idea what the fuck they were talking about. So basically what they were going to do is they were going to lead gen, do Facebook ads for, I think it was $2,000. It was $750 for management fees, and then ad spend, on top of that. So it came out to like $2,000 a month. And I was like, okay, this is what's going to happen. I was like, I'm going to try this for a month, and if it pays for itself within the first month, we're going to do it again, and do it the next time, and then do it again. So the first month we got one job and it paid for itself. The second month we got another job and it paid for itself. So I was like, okay, cool, this is making out. The third month it got 2 jobs, and I was like, okay, cool, it broke even and paid, a little bit more.
A little profit.
A little profit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a little profit. The fourth month, it sold 4 jobs.
Wow.
The fifth month, it started selling 7, 8 jobs. And I'm like, holy fuck.
Snowballing.
That's when the entire business, my perception of the business and what could happen with the business changed immediately. But what that has done is that has created 6 full-time positions just because I made the decision to do that. So that's brought me down my marketing path. And what I've realized is, since I've gotten into this and started that journey, was the fact that, like, we're a multi-million-dollar company and nobody knows who the fuck we are. We are on the precipice of exponential growth, and I wholeheartedly believe it. Like, I know it. We will have a couple hundred employees here real soon.
That's amazing.
Because of the way, the way that things are going and the way that it looks. And listen, we got a long way to get there. it all comes down to like having somebody answer the phone. Like, you know, it's going that much where I used to answer all the calls, run all the estimates, do all of it, you know what I mean? And it's to the point now where I can't.
Yeah.
Like, if I stop what I'm doing to answer, like, there's no value added to the business at all. It actually hurts the business if I answer a fucking phone call, and that's crazy.
Right.
I just had this conversation basically with Tyler yesterday. We were talking about, you know, because he's actually taking over the HVAC estimating and stuff like that. Tyler was trained to do sales. You know what I mean? I wasn't. I was just going out, meeting people, hanging out, and fucking talking shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'd be like, hey, I'll give you an estimate when I get back to my office. You know, I wasn't really prepared to, like, give estimates on site, like,
Right.
you know, sell on site, do any of that, you know, bullshit. Like, I wasn't ready to do that. And I was talking with him about that, and I was like, the way that I interacted with our past customers, I believe, is what got those sales. Is the non-pushiness, the like, hey, you know, crack a joke every now and again, you know what I mean? Like, you know, be personable about it and have that personal feel. And if they buy from me, they buy from me, great. If they don't, you know, we'll go down and we'll do it again. You know, the path that we're going down without me being out meeting, you know, doing the estimates and stuff like that, like, I don't want a bunch of 1970s used car salesmen out trying to sell Yorktowne. The value, like we talked before, like, the value is just not in being the best priced HVAC company. The value comes from the entire goddamn company itself, other than the fact of being $1,000 cheaper on a fucking HVAC swap out, or $100 cheaper on a lighting project. You know what I mean? Like, and once those customers see, and once those prospects see the entire, instead of just the tip of the sword, the entire sword, then, you know, hopefully that'll help them make the decision to choose us. And if not, that's great too. You know what I mean? So, yeah.